a sizable deficit. The defense has to tighten up.
Third team foul.
And so David Adelman calls for the timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And New Orleans making a change here. A chance to check out our player of the game.
And it's simple. I mean, when you shoot it like he has, this award is a lock. I mean, up over 60% from the field, that's crazy good. He's given them just about everything he's had today.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. Here's Scott, using the glass to lay it in.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
Denver leading by 17. Shoots a three. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
1:27 left in the game. From outside, off the mark.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Down low. The kick out to Johnson. Denver moving it around. Drives to the hoop, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Johnson.
New Orleans trails by 21. Here's Scott. Out to the wing, and out of bounds. Denver will have it.
The ball goes to Denver.
So both teams making some changes here. 55 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Big Red. Pass to Scott. Six on the shot clock. The baseline, Jay. Rebounded by Denver. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Torres driving to the basket, and the foul on the shot. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
Fourth team foul. At the line for the away team.
And the first one at the line is good.
Taking two shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's New Orleans now. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Denver with the W. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And time now to present our player of the game.
It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. On our sideline reporting tonight, hurtling down the home stretch of this season, Greg, what do you make of potential first-round series in this postseason?
Well, there's certainly some matchups that I think plenty of fans would love to see, but we still have a bit of time for things to kind of fall into place. That's what makes this time of year so exciting.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The captain out there with James. And it's Big Daddy. And it's the Wizard. And it's Washington in at the shooting guard position. With the drive. Pass to Big Daddy. Here's the captain. Shot on the wing. The Wizard can't hit. To the middle. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Over in the corner, Washington. Here's Big Daddy. Pass to the captain. Here's the Wizard. Lively defending. The Wizard can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
The bounce. Detroit takes possession.
For Detroit.
Outside, James. To the right side. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Washington against Lively. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's the Wizard. Rebounded by the captain.
Boy, that's an example of a player taking what the defense gives you, just doesn't work out in his favor, right? He misses the shot.
Top of the key, Washington. Find the shoot. Shoots over Lively. And it's Washington missing.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Inside. The Professor. Good. The Professor's got his second bucket of the night.
Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And now, here are the teams that have heated up offensively in the season's second half.
And as we get to the stretch run of this season, it seems their offense has improved. I mean, they're really getting comfortable with one another, and their production has also increased.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. With the crossover, and it's Washington missing.
Boy, misfiring on your first 4 shots, you've got to settle in here.
And he goes in for the dunk.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's the Wizard. James defending. They could use a bucket. The captain with the bucket.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
And so it's Minnesota with it.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
To the paint, and James picks up the foul.
James.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's the Wizard. Another three for Detroit.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's the Professor. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Pass to the Wizard. Rebound, Detroit.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Big Daddy. Here's the Wizard. 17 points in his last outing. Now, Washington. And the Professor pulls it down.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
Pass to Lively. Down low. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Here's the Wizard. He's got 6. Pass to James. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Clock at 6. Fires it up. And James pulls it down. Detroit trails by 4. To the inside. Here's Big Daddy. Yes. It's James picking up the assist.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Different look here for Detroit. The captains check in for Big Daddy. Rodriguez comes in for the captain. And it's Tiny in for Washington. And here's Duncan. 24-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And a lot of those points
came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heel.
Pass to Tiny. To the middle. Here's the captain. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's the professor. Pass to Duncan. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Into the lineup for Detroit, number 3. Ty, number 3.
Here's Kristich. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. A professor, good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Green by James. Some solid defense from Harris.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
Pass to Duncan. Harris setting the pick for Duncan. And slam dunk by Harris.
Boy, off a great pass there. That is just a matter of finishing strong.
Detroit trails by 4. Here's Tiny. He had a 12-point outing in their last game again, and good that time.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Kristich. To the paint. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Pass to the captain. Down low, and the call will be against Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Now you have to be a little bit more cautious on the defensive end. That's his second, and there's a long way to go.
Duncan defending. James a screen on Duncan. Off target from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, they battled, but at some point the game got completely away from them, and they just could not get back on track.
We know they're capable of a much better game than they played. They know it, we know it. Let's see if it affects their confidence.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He kept off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Making free throws a big key for any team. Let's see the best in the NBA.
Both teams really well served to be very aggressive attacking the rim because of how well they shoot the ball at the free throw line.
Minnesota on the 4-point game. The shot by Tiny, no good.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Pass to the professor. Now here's Duncan. Scoreless thus far. 4 on the shot clock. And Harris gets it to go on the assist from Duncan. And now a 6-point Minnesota lead. Detroit's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Tiny, guarded by Harris.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's the Wizard, Duncan defending. Here's James. The 17-footer goes down.
Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard.
Duncan surveying the D. Harris a screen on James. And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
We've got Shake and Bake. Wizard out there with Tiny. Then there's Duncan. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Lively with the screen. Pass to the Wizard. Just 5 on the clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Blackman's shot is off. Detroit trails by 7. Now Washington, 14 points from him the last game again.
I thought his physicality was crucial too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes, repeatedly got to the free throw line.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Minnesota leading by 5. Lively with it. Hasn't made one yet. Steps back and fires. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. The Wizard passes to Big Daddy. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. You know, Doris, here's a question for you. Is there a reason why we see so many point guards become head coaches?
I do believe, Kevin, obviously as a point guard, you are responsible on both ends of the floor. On the offense for knowing all of the sets and where every single guy is positionally. On the defensive end, you're the lead communicator. You are at the point of attack. So it makes perfect sense to me that they become head coaches.
Here's Lively. Here's Blackman. No good with the wing jumper. Detroit trails by 7. Here's the Wizard. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. The captain, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Number 7.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
And here's James outside. Another miss by Minnesota.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Pass to Washington. Here's the Wizard, James covering. Here's the Wizard, driving to the basket.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. And his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. James outside. Out left to the wing. In the corner, Lively with it. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound, Detroit. The captain's got his 4th rebound in this one. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Three-pointer. And James pulls it down. Minnesota leading by 3. Pass to Lively. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
For Minnesota, they have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Lively. Detroit trails by 5. Here's the Wizard. Pass to Washington. The three-pointer off the mark. And here is James. Now Lively. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
Bucket 2. Offensive rebound.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Washington against Lively. Going inside. And then And Washington with the dunk.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Pass to Blackman. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Big Daddy. Big Daddy's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Different look here for Detroit. The captain's checked in for Big Daddy. James comes in for the captain. And it's Tiny in for the Wizard. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 3-point lead. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. And the foul on the monster. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Kristich. He has yet to score. Pass to the professor. Here's the triple.
And in this quarter, they just haven't had the success from beyond the arc that they began the game with.
Here's Kristich. 5 on the clock. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Over to the left wing. To the left side wing. Here's the captain, and it's blocked.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
A nice shot by Harris.
Aggressive move in the painted area. Just make some things happen.
Here's Tiny. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. In the corner, Rodriguez with it. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Here are the top rebounders over the last month. And you look at the Wizards, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
And the first one drops. Duncan, he's checked in for Minnesota. Both shots good from the stripe. Minnesota leading by 5. Here's Kristich, still without a basket. On the wing, Duncan. James covering. Harris kicks to Duncan. Shoots over Rodriguez. No good from Duncan. Detroit trails by 5. Inside, here's the captain, and that one is stuffed right through.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Duncan outside. Harris setting the pick for Duncan. Jacks up a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Duncan's got 6.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Washington passes to Tiger. The rebound by James.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Kristich. Pass to Harris. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Duncan misses.
Now, how about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
Here's the captain. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
And the wide open shot from Duncan. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Duncan's got the lead up to 7 now for Minnesota. Down low. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Washington.
And let's check out stats for James. How last month turned out for him. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Minnesota leading by 7. Kristich dishes to Harris. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. Duncan. That doesn't go either for Duncan.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, they'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying him.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Detroit, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going. Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that dish.
Detroit trails by 8. It's Washington high post. Duncan is there. The captain, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Duncan outside. Puts up a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. And now it's an 11-point Minnesota lead.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back right after this.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been.
Well, they're playing bully ball inside, so much so that, Shaq, I'm going to let you take it.
Oh, yeah. 1-2.
And moving along, and that is it for halftime.
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from the Wizards.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Here's the Wizard tipping off the second half. Here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Washington out there with the Wizard. Then it's James. And it's Big Daddy. And it's the captain in at the power forward. Clock at 4. James, a screen on James. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from the Wizard.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And there it is for him.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. James outside. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's the captain. He's got 7. Pass to the Wizard. The rejection by James.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
To the paint. It's tipped and stolen by James. Fires the 3. Rebound Minnesota. The Wizards got double-digit rebounds now in the game. James in the post. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Detroit trails by 13. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. They'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Lively against Washington. Detroit, no good that time either.
You know, for this team to win games, he knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
James, the pass to the professor. Lively against Washington. Back to Lively. Just 3 to shoot. Fires from way outside. They get it back. James looking it over. A second chance effort. And he sinks the layup. James has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Pass to Big Daddy. Shot to stop the run. That's tipped.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Lively the bounce pass. There's a screen. Uncovered. A Wizard with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Pass to Big Daddy. Here's the Wizard. 6 points for him. No good from outside. Here's the professor. James covered. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
I tell you, delivering the basketball in tight spots is not easy, but he made it look that way.
Pass to the Wizard. Here's Big Daddy. And it's blocked. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
And so the timeout here by J.D. Bickerstaff. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Minnesota making some changes. Tiny, he's checked in for the professor. Duncan comes in for James. And Chance subbed in for Shake and Bake. And then for Detroit, the captain's checked in for Big Daddy. And it's Tiny in for Washington. Detroit, no good that time either.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Detroit trails by 19. Pass to Tiny. Here's the Wizard. And a strong finish with two hands.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. James against Duncan. One goes in. Duncan's got 14 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to the Wizard. Back to James. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Duncan against James. And it's Tiny with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Harris is checked in for the Wizards. And Detroit with a change here, too. Rodriguez is checked in. Here's Blackman. No scoring in this one.
That's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Tiny, the pass to the captain. From beyond the arc and then some. He's got 10.
Every team wants bigs who can knock it down from distance. Yes, sir.
Here's Blackman. Pass to Duncan. Shot clock at 6. Here's Blackman. Fires from deep. Tiny grabs the board. Tiny's got his 4th rebound in this one. Rodriguez passes to Tiny. Here's the captain, guarded by Harris. Here's the captain, and he cuts it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Kristich down low.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Back to Harris. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Harris has got 12 points in the game.
High percentage look. You can't ask for much more than that.
The Wizard passes to Rodriguez. To the inside. Here's the captain. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
They set the pick. Here's Duncan. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Harris setting the pick for Duncan to the middle. And slam dunk by Harris.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Pass to the captain. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Duncan.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The professor's checked in for Minnesota. Washington's checked in for Detroit. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Everett. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
Washington passes to the captain. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And then Washington with the dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Duncan with the bounce pass. Here's Kristich. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for it. And so it's Minnesota finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Shake and bake out there with Duncan. Then there's Harris. Then there's the professor. And it's the Wizard in center. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Minnesota leading by 17. Stripped it away. And the basket by Tiny.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Here's Duncan. Great D that time from James.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Here's the captain. Off the left rim and out. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. It's good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Big Daddy, Tiny, and he banks in the layup.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Washington against Lively. On the wing, Duncan. That doesn't go either for Duncan.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Outside, James. The captain passes to Tiny. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls from the top of the key. And the professor pulls it down. The professor's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Rebound, Detroit. Tiny's got rebound number 5 here tonight. third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. We have the step back. Rebound, Minnesota. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pass to the professor. Duncan outside. Harris, bounce pass. Riley against Washington. Here's Duncan. From outside, off the mark.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
James, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Duncan kicks to Harris. Pass to the professor. Duncan outside. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. The Wizards checked in for time. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Detroit trails by 15. Now, here's Washington. Here's the Wizard. The step-back jumper is good. The Wizards got 9 points here in the second half.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizards. That's foul number 2 for him. The captain's checked in for Detroit.
The lineup for Detroit. Number 33, Monte. Number 33.
On defense, Detroit. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Washington against Lively. Just 4 to shoot.
And he just goes from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Pass to Big Daddy. Here's the Wizard. James wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Duncan against James. And James gets it to go on the assist from Duncan. Duncan's got his 7th assist here tonight. Detroit trails by 17. Pass to Big Daddy. Here's the Wizard. James defending. Here's the captain. It calls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
And to me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Offensive rebound. Lively the pass to James. Now Duncan from downtown. A rebound by Washington.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Here's Lively. Tries again. Here's the Wizard. And there's the second dunk to finish it off.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. The Wizard passes to Washington. Here's Big Daddy. Pass to the Wizard. Shot clock at 5. Pulls up on the wing. Rebound, Minnesota.